It's Wednesday. It's Mark Pyers. I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and help my living. It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 591 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk Show. If you're with me, subscribe and ding the bell over on YouTube. I've been live every day since December 31st, 2018. With one message. You have something unique within you. Let's bring it to the surface. Let's share it with the world. And let's not forget that no matter how much they decide to or try to distract us, we are meant to connect, people. Darlin, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. How are you down in Brazil? Darlin, we had a lot of people on from Brazil yesterday because Ryan Hartwig, Facebook Insider, is getting a lot of play right now in Brazil for his, I guess, his brave work on censorship. And down in Brazil, you're dealing with a lot of the same things. Conservatives are being censored very similarly to here, but actually stronger. It's gone through the Supreme Court. If I think, you got to tell me what's going on. Sig says they're not allowing him on the YouTube. What is going on with that? Are you serious, Sig? Let me see. I'm going to go over to the YouTube channel right now myself. Let's see what the story is, my friend. And like I said, guys, if you are not on YouTube yet, join us. That's where Sig will be shortly. Darlin is over there right now. There's got to be a reason, my friend, because right now Darlin is on. Oh, come on, dude. Are you serious? I didn't want to do that. I hate when this happens. It shined me out. Are you serious? I don't know what this is going to do. Oh, it worked. I think it worked, guys. Let me just get in here. No, it's still showing me the wrong page. Give me 1 second, peoples. Oh, there we go. And my people are on with me. Let's go. All right, so it looks like at least Darlin is on over here. Let's see if Sig can get on. He said he's not able to get on YouTube. But Sig, don't go. If you can't get on, just make sure you stick on, because I do have a call coming in from our fearless leader, I would say, in this day and age. Donald Trump is calling in any minute now, actually. Let's see, what time is it? It's 10:57. He's calling in right at 11, guys, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. 3 minutes until the expected phone call to discuss Kamala Harris, to discuss the ticket, Biden-Harris 2020. What do you guys think? Is that going to make you go and vote for the sleep sofa? Are you going to vote for the sleep sofa now just because? Because Kamala's there? Nobody wanted her to be president, so why would it make any difference that she's the vice presidential choice? I'll tell you what, there's this lady, Gabby, whatever her name was. You know who I'm talking about. This lady should have been the choice. We need some of this right now, especially with this going on in the world. Give it to me, Zabrowski. Woohoo! Yes! The woohoo! The woohoo. Nothing better than a woohoo. Bottom line, if you've ever been to a concert, here's something I want to share. Like, I used to hear people say, I went to see Fish, and it was the best show ever. I'd always be like, look, if they put on a bad show, they're the worst musicians in the world. Because you have 20,000 people screaming and going woohoo while you play. And one woohoo can build your energy up, okay? And to have a crowd of woohoos and people like really supporting the music, nothing better on this planet. So you feel like you're on the top of the planet. You know what I'm saying? Marisa's on. Hey, Marisa. You wanted her to be president. Marisa wanted her to be president, at least. Well, look, you know what? I have to say, if it was Harris-Biden, it'd be a different story. But Sleep Sofa Joe, can't change that. He's just a sleep sofa. Look, my Aunt Judy told me that I could be a sleep sofa. And I said, look, I'll be it. I'll be a sleep sofa. I'll let people take a nap on me when they're in the Oval. So what I'm going to do is, while everybody's setting up, hey, Marisa, I'm going to play a song for you guys, and then what we're going to do is I'll drop the Donald Trump clip.
but I want to play you a quick song. I've been doing a lot of covers lately just because people are asking for covers. So if you have one you want to hear, just let me know and I will give it a shot. But I've been rocking on this tune because I think it's a hot tune. And I can't believe I never played it prior. But like I said, I never played any of the songs that now you guys have me playing. And I love them all. They're really great tunes. So keep sending over the requests. As always, guys, if something moves you on this program, share it. I'm here every single day for the rest of my days. It's day 591 in a row. Come on, dude. Let's just do it this way. And then I'm going to do this quick because I hear the dog. It needs to be walked, so I'm going to play you something. When you try your best, don't succeed. When you get what you want or what you need. When you feel so tired, cannot sleep. Stuck in the fire. When your tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When your love song goes to waste. Yeah, yeah, yes. Could it be worse? Lies will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. I will fix you. When you're high above, down below. When you're doing low, let it go. If you never try, you'll never know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just when you were. Lies will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. I will fix you. Lights will guide you home and ignite your goals. I will fix you. The dog's freaking out, guys. So what we're going to do is we are going to play you a track. And then when I come back, we will get to... Hold on. We will get to the next bit. All right. What do I got in the hopper here? I'm going to play you guys episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show because it's hilarious. This is the last episode that we did. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. And this will give me a chance to go walk the dog. So give me a second, guys. I'll be right back to play you some more stuff. All right, here we go. Where is it? Why can't I find it? Here we go.
Harold Jameson introducing the President of the United States for episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me on episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight, we talk about bumbling Biden again. Did you hear about it? In Ukraine, he's now being brought up on charges. About time. Let's take a closer look.
Democrat presidential candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden finds himself in more hot water this week.
You know, when Sleeps Over Joe goes in the hot water, the kids like to run their hands up and down his legs and watch the white hairs rise up and down in the water. He loves it when the kids play on his lap. He loves kids on his lap.
Just confirmed, a Ukrainian court ordered Joe Biden to be formally listed in a criminal case.
Ooh, formally listed. What does that mean? Let's get to the bottom of it.
The crime? The alleged firing of Ukraine's former prosecutor general, Viktor Shokin,
Oh, the old quid pro quo routine.
in exchange for dropping an investigation into Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden.
Is it me, or does Hunter Biden look just like Skeet Ulrich?
Biden and the company for which he was a board member, Burisma Oil. Shokin formally called for an investigation into his firing back in February of 2020.
Interesting timing. Right after the fake impeachment. Right when coronavirus made its way to our shores. Look, I'm not saying that the Ukraine is involved with coronavirus, but it just seems like they're trying to stonewall any investigation into Sleeps Over Joe, but he's involved in something nefarious here with his son.
Claiming the Ukrainian government at the time relieved Shokin of his post in exchange for $1 billion in loan guarantees promised by Biden.
It's not looking good for the Sleep Sofa. I'm wondering if he could bumble his way out of this one.
A bribe Biden himself admitted to doing.
What? The Democratic candidate for President of the United States bribed somebody? I've got to see this one.
The prosecutor's not fired. You're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. You got fired.
So let me get this straight, Sleeps Over Joe. You and your son decided to hold the Ukrainian people hostage while you had them drop an inquiry into your son, Hunter Skeet Ulrich. I think he's Skeet Ulrich. I don't think it's really Hunter. I'm just saying.
But at the time Shokin called for this case back in February, the courts listed one of the defendants as an unnamed American.
That's actually interesting because Sleeps Over Joe forgets his name all the time.
An individual widely understood to be Joe Biden, Obama's Ukraine point man.
Two things that surprised me. First of all, that Obama picked Biden as his VP, and that he'd have him be point man on anything. Besides feather count on the pillow he uses at the White House.
But Biden was never formally named.
This can't be good for Sleeps Over Joe right before the Democratic convention. He's going to have a scandal.
Now, the courts have ruled it is improper to conceal Biden's name and that there is sufficient evidence to proceed with an investigation.
You know, I said a while back, why isn't anybody looking into Hunter? And everybody gave me a hard time. Look, nobody asks Joe Biden the tough questions because he doesn't remember the answers.
The ruling cannot be appealed.
Perhaps Sleeps Over, if he took a nap, maybe he'd be able to retain more information.
Another key development in this story is the release of a series of telephone conversations that has garnered major questions.
Ooh, telephone calls. I wonder if it's like Jerky Boys. It's Saul Rosenberg.
Andrei Derkach, a member of parliament in Ukraine, in a press conference Tuesday released what he says appear to be voice recordings of then Secretary of State John Kerry, Vice President Joe Biden, and then President of Ukraine Poroshenko.
Well, unfortunately, we're not able to hear what Catherine Zeta-Jones has to say in the interview. And it looks like, she's interviewing the guy who bangs Stifler's mom. You know, from the American Pie movie.
Poroshenko, discussing the Burisma case and discussing the removal of Viktor Shokin.
Look, somebody's going to have to find that leaked audio for me. I can't wait to listen in. I love good content, especially when it's John Kerry and Joe Sleep Sofa bumbling Biden speaking with Poroshenko.
Neither Kerry, Biden, nor Poroshenko have affirmed the verity of these recordings.
Of course they don't. They've got doggy doo-doo on their loafers.
The recordings appear to have been leaked from government officials and whistleblowers, but are currently being verified.
Well, Sleep Sofa would like to verify that he doesn't have a poopadoop in his pants.
Ukrainian President Zelensky
Zelensky, the owner of the largest car manufacturer company in the movie Tommy Boy.
and Zelensky stated he anticipates more developments over the course of the summer and says the case could qualify as high treason.
High treason? For the bumbler? Maybe that's why he's been pretending that he's going senile. He just makes things up because they're going to unmask him. Now they have, and he can say, look, I don't freaking remember. I don't remember my name, really.
Candidate Biden has yet to respond to this latest development.
Well, that's because Biden can't do anything but read off of a teleprompter. Look, I think that's probably enough for episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show. Bumbling, bumbling, bumbling. So make sure you subscribe, ding that bell. I'll see you tomorrow, the next Donald Trump Show. Have a good night.
Hunter Skeet Ulrich Biden. Look, my Aunt Judy told me he looked like Skeet Ulrich. I just wasn't certain about it. And now I'm pretty sure. So, guys, I am kicking it here with Max Scott. Max, you want to say hi to everybody? Look, say hi to everybody. He's getting big, guys. I'm serious. He's big already. Max, say hi. Say hi, everybody. You want to say hi? Let's show him your paw. Say, what's up? My name is Max. So Max is such a good pup. I'm hoping he'll hang out with us, guys, because he's such a cool dude. But sometimes he gets a little energetic. He is a Australian cattle dog or something like that, mixed with an English shepherd. So he kind of likes to be moving. And, yeah, he doesn't want me to be doing the show. He wants to hang out. So, look, I'm going to be playing you a bunch of face swaps tonight. But I do have a call from Donald Trump. Donald, are you there? He's been sitting on hold. I hope he's not upset. Donald, are you there?
Hi, Mark.
Donald.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. Yes, I'm just here reviewing my day. I don't know if you saw. Sleep Sofa Joe made a decision.
I saw.
Yeah, he chose Kamala, Chameleon. That's right. I'm not surprised, really, Mark, because if you think about it, Joe Biden signed the crime bill in 1993.
He did.
And then Kamala Harris, she put in a lot of people in jail for petty crimes, like smoking pot.
Yeah.
Look, somebody wants to smoke weed in the corner with Smokey from Friday. It's fine by me. Look, Debo's coming. Be careful. He may steal your bicycle.
Debo?
It could happen. And Red had his bicycle stolen. You may have remembered.
I do.
But Craig's father's took a poop in the toilet. He said it could be about 45 minutes until it's cleared. I bet you Sleep Sofa Joe falls asleep on the toilet. I wouldn't be surprised. He takes a nap everywhere else. They call him Sleep Sofa Joe because he's a sleep sofa. He's Mr. Napper. He naps everywhere he goes. You know, next time you see Sleep Sofa, ask him a question, like a simple question, and see if he responds. There's a very good chance he's learned the ancient Buddhist method for sleeping with your eyes open. I'm just saying, he's a napper. Don't worry. Don't worry about Kamala Toe. Sleeps Over Joe and Kamala Chameleon is a perfect match. She'll take over. She'll just push him aside. She's like a feeble old man. Look, that's what I'm mostly afraid of. If you think about it, if Kamala Chameleon winds up becoming vice president, she'll just push Joe Biden down the stairs or something and become president. And nobody wants her as president. So we're going to fight extra hard. We're going to win big league. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. Mark, I'm doing a special one. Kamala Chameleon. See you tomorrow, Mark.
See you, Donald. Holy cow, guys. Can you believe it? Donald Trump, Kamala Chameleon. Kamala, I'm not sure what he was calling her there, but a few names. And Max, what did you think of that, Max Scott? Did you like that? We have a Real Talk Max Scott. Okay? His name is Max. Yeah, buddy. You liked it, right? Is it a cool thing when Daddy does the face swaps for you? Let's do another one for everybody, okay, Max? Let's see if the Max Scott hangs out for another one. I'm going to hope. He may not stick around. He's got a lot of energy, as you could tell. What was episode 18, guys? Do you want to check it out? Let's check it out. Let's go backwards, all right? So we went from 19. We're going to 18. Here we go.
It's Hamill and Jameson. We head to the studio live with Donald Trump for episode 18 of the Donald Trump Show. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on episode 18 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight, we're going to talk about Nadler. You know, he's basically trying to say there's no such thing as Antifa. He also is pushing the voting by mail. So I thought it'd be interesting for us to dissect an old piece of footage I just came across. So let's check it out.
It's a very tempting point. I just, as a very experienced practical politician from New York.
Well, I'm from New York too, Nibbly Nadler.
I feel constrained to observe that in my experience in New York, paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud.
Really? That's not what all of your cohorts are saying. Jerry, they're saying that it will be safe. Everybody can vote by mail. They'll be able to vote for Biden. And whether they're alive or not, their vote will be counted.
Paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud. Extremely susceptible to fraud. Fraud.
Of course, you know that's just some trick photography there, but we wanted to make sure you understand the point. Nadler believes that paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud.
And at least with the old clunky voting machines that we have in New York, the deliberate fraud is way down.
Look, Nadler and I are in agreement on this one. The deliberate fraud is down when you use a machine. So what are we even talking about here? I don't even understand why everyone's fighting me. Oh, that's right, it's because Trump said it.
Compared to paper, when the machines break down, they vote on paper. We've had real problems.
He said it right there. When the machines break down and they use paper, they've had real problems. This is 2004, people. It's not like it's been 50 years and all of a sudden we're doing better. We're doing worse, actually.
So there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. I'm simply observing that as a problem. There's got to be a way of getting the best of our methodologies.
So, Nadler, when did you stop speaking so practically?
In fact, the MIT studies have shown that hand-counted paper ballots are among the most reliable.
Ooh, you've got a fighter there, Nadler.
And at least if there's a miscount, you can discover it. You can't discover miscounts with these
then
machines.
Maybe optical scan with paper. I want a paper trail. I want paper somewhere. But pure paper with no machines, I can show you experience which would make your head spin.
Back then, he could show you experience, make your head spin, but now they're like, hey, let's vote by mail. It's fine. There's no fraud. It's totally fine. We should just do it. Coronavirus, schmoronavirus.
What's happening in Portland right now? There's riots.
That's a myth.
Wait, what's happening in Portland is a myth? I gotta hear more of this one.
It's being spread only in Washington, D.C.
Oh my goodness. It's a myth spread only in Washington, D.C. Holy cow. Tell us more about this myth, Nadlier.
About Antifa in Portland?
Yes.
Sir, there's videos everywhere online. There's fires and riots. They're throwing fireworks at federal officers. DHS is there.
Nadler the numbskull. Look, he probably thinks that they're shooting a motion picture film right now, and it's all a myth. Could be, maybe. You ever seen Argo?
Look online. It gets crazy, Mr. Nadler.
Jerry Nadler, living in denial, really. You can't save a soul like Jerry Nadler. He's a bad guy. Oh, yeah, look, we can't have paper ballots because they're bad news. There's fraud. But then as soon as his candidate is going to get demolished in the square by Donald J. Trump, oh, look, we should have some paper ballots. They're fine. There's no problems. Trump's crazy. Jerry No Good Nadler, really. Look, I'll see you tomorrow in the next Donald Trump show. Have a good night.
So, Max is still with us. He's kicking it. He's being a good boy. Thanks, Max, for hanging out. You know I love hanging out with you, right, bud? So anyway, that was episode 18. And the next one, if we were going backwards, would be the Facebook Zucks episode about our buddy Ryan Hartwig on the Facebook train, taking them down for all of their deception and censorship practices. And we could play that one in a second. But I did want to say to you guys that it's really so much fun making these Trump episodes. I'm working on one right now. Really, it's about Kamala. It's tough, though, because Biden is so easy to make fun of. Everything he says is stupid. The guy sounds like a moron. He didn't years ago. He sounded racist, but now he just lets his racism come out and pretending that it's okay. Like, oh, it's all right. I just said something my Aunt Judy said it was all right. Like this whole latest thing about how there's, with few exceptions, there's no diversity in the black community. Like he's actually out of his mind. Yes, Professor says it. Jerry Nadler and the Democratic Party are committing treason against this country. That's interesting because you could think about it multiple ways. First of all, part of it is the media having control over us. They have been pushing so hard on HCQ not working. And if you look at the anecdotal data, if you speak to any doctors you know that are using it, they will tell you they were seeing extraordinary results. I have a doctor friend who hopefully will be back on the Real Talk program very soon, and he said that 40 patients over 85 all recovered with HCQ from a nursing home, and all over 85 years old, guys. And every adult that he's given HCQ to has recovered. No deaths. So I don't care what they say. If that's the case, that he's giving it to people and they're all surviving, then that's not a cure, but it's a therapeutic. It's something that works. It's a treatment. And it has to be done within the first 5 days, but it's a treatment. Max, you want me to bring you up? Want me to put on the Facebook Sucks or you want to hang out? Oh, you're cool, brother. Kick it. Kick it with Daddy. Let's do some real talking. You want to kick it with Daddy, hang out, do some real talk? That's what I'm talking about. Foxtrot. Tell me what topic you want to hear. Okay, I'll give you the options. We have a ridiculous amount of Joe Biden, which we could do. We have the Facebook episode, which would be next. We have 2 episodes on Nancy Pelosi. I call her Nancy Pelosi.
Look, she's Nancy Pelosi. Everything she touches turns to poison. I won't let her near my gold toilet. I feel like she'll turn it to, like, copper or something. Oh, Melania, I told you not to let that disgusting Pelosi near anything in the White House. And you let her touch my gold toilet that I had shipped in from the New York apartment? I sit on it alone, and now it's turned to tarnished copper. What is she, an alchemist or something? She turned my gold into, like, tin? How did that happen? Oh, she's Pelosi. Everything she touches turns to poison. So we have that. We have President G-Hole. I've got a really funny episode on President G-Hole. Actually, I kind of want to play that one for you just because, look, you got to understand something, okay? Every episode here happens in real time. And what I realized in episode 11 here, because we're going backwards, just throwing randoms out now. On episode 11 here, I didn't have a translator when this all took place, so just be ready. Here we go.
Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us to talk about President G.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. I believe this is episode 11. Unbelievable. I think this episode has to be about President G-Hole. Look, I got a problem with the G-Hole. He's out there delivering Fluhan all over the world. Everybody's blaming Trump. But the only person to blame is President G-Hole. But no matter what I say, they don't believe me. It's a weird world we're living in right now. It's either Trump or not Trump. Nobody's talking about the issues. What does Trump think about abortion? What does Biden think about? Well, let's be honest, Biden doesn't think about anything. But if he was to think about something, what would it be? Maybe, did I put underwear on this morning? Did I change my pants? Did I poop my pants? I don't know. These are maybe questions that Sleep Sofa Joe asks himself. But look, let's see if we have any clips for today. Do we have anything? Here we go.
世界卫生组织总干事先生。
You guys couldn't get the subtitled version? I mean, what the hell? Where's my translator? God almighty. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to respond and pretend I know what the hell he's talking about. Let's get back to it.
各位代表，
Good day to you too, Giol.
首先，
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption was a good movie, but what does that have to do with anything?
我认为
No, that's close. It's Dufresne, Andy Dufresne. I think he's trying to say the character's name from Shawshank.
在人类抗击新冠肺炎疫情的关键时刻，
I'm not really sure who Kwame Shakur is. It may be Tupac's son.
突发事件，
Oh, it is. Well, I have one question for you, Jihol. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell the world what was going on? We could have done something about it. You know we call you a Jihol, right?
举行这次市委大会，
Look, you brought it upon yourself. I can't control your actions, G. We only come up with nicknames for people based on their actions, and you've been a Jihol. I'm sorry.
具有
You should be, Gio.
十分重要的意义。
All right, look, I can't do this anymore. I can't understand him.
人类正在经历第二次世界大战结束以来，
I'm not sure I appreciate your tone.
全球
What did you say to me?
新冠肺炎疫情突如其来，
Okay, look, I need a translator. I can't freaking do this without a translator. I just can't. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He keeps saying things. It sounds like he's insulting the Trumper.
最严重的
See? That's exactly what he's doing. He just said it, Ziyunda.
公共卫生
He said invasion. They invaded us with coronavirus.
现在已经波及
I'll tell you what, G-Hole, if you ever speak to me like that again, I'm gonna trump you right in the face. Anyway, look, that's about enough for today's episode of the Donald Trump Show. Remember that President G is now President G-Hole. Sleep Sofa Joe is probably taking a nap right now, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show. Have a good night. I love that. Sleep Sofa Joe's probably taking a nap right now. He's probably napping it up. Dagger! What's up, buddy? Dag sent me over a clip. We'll take a look at that. Max, stay here, pal. Max? Let's come here, Max Scott. Max Scott, where you going, Bubba? Come here, Bubba Boo. Good boy. Look, we're on the air. You want your toy? Look at that little dog. Where's that little bear doing? I think you need to bite him. There you go. That's what you do, is you bite him. Little pup. No, not my hand, you little pup. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good puppy. Hey, I'm going to hold your hand. Hopefully you don't bite me. All right? He's having a little nipping thing. Look, I know puppies are puppies, but, don't nip me, all right? I'm the guy who takes you for walks and puts you on the Real Talk program as the Max Scott. What are you doing to me over here? Hey, Max, can you hang out just for a minute? I'll put on another bit, and we'll go back upstairs, okay? I'll bring you up. Okay, good boy. Good boy. So, guys, check this out. I'm going to throw you another random here, okay? I'm going to throw you something that I think is probably one of the best so far. It is a bit called How Sour Is That Don Lemon? Here we go. Don Lemon in action. You guys ready for this one?
Harold and Jameson live from the studio. Donald Trump is back with episode 10. How sour is that Don Lemon?
Thank you for joining me on episode 10 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. Today, we're going to continue our journey, destroying fake news. Today, we're going to look at CNN. Don Lemon. That's right, we call him Con Lemonhead here, but I have an old clip that came across my desk I wanted to share with you guys. Give me your perspectives, okay? Take a look at this.
It got some, many on the political right, wondering why the so-called liberal media wasn't talking about other problems in the black community.
That's interesting, Lemon. Why? Why would you say? This is 2013, by the way.
The outrage that I have is in the lack of really the national attention to what is an epidemic of crime in the black community, committed largely by blacks.
These are the same stats we're talking about now, and everyone calls us racist for bringing up.
Why aren't we talking about it? Good question. Actually, that's not a good question. We've talked about it many times on this show.
You have?
And on CNN.
You see, he could tell he was lying because he took a longer breath.
So that's the reason I didn't want to discuss at length crime in the African-American community or how to fix other ills that seem to be plaguing the community in general. But now that the jury has reached its verdict, one that everyone must accept, it's time now for some tough love on the subject.
Some tough love from the lemon? Sounds good to me.
Someone on another network got the chance to go first because I couldn't go during the week. I'm only here on the weekend, so listen to this.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos is the disintegration of the African-American family.
He's got a point.
He does?
In fact, he's got more than a point.
Wow. Don Lemon agrees with Bill O'Reilly. Who knew that was coming?
Drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
He is right about that, too. But in my estimation, he doesn't go far enough.
Oh, Don Lemon's a mathematician now. Yes, I'd like to hear your estimation.
Black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing.
Here we go. Con Lemonhead, 2013, 5 ways to fix the black community. Let's hear it.
Here's number 5. Pull up your pants.
Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Number 4 now is the N-word.
Oh, my. Here we go.
I understand poetic license, but consider this. I hosted a special on the N-word, suggesting that black people stop using it, and that entertainers stop deluding yourselves or themselves and others that you're somehow taking the word back.
I am curious what people think of that comment.
A lot of African Americans took offense to that, too.
Oh, he answered it.
Now, number 3. Respect where you live.
Is this a special message to the people in Chippy, Chaz? What are they calling themselves this week? I think it's a message to Chap.
Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities.
Imagine if they played this over the loudspeakers in Chap.
I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering.
Here comes a cheap shot at his community.
I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away.
Wow, stereotype much?
Just being honest here.
Interesting. When did you decide to get rid of the honesty policy, Lemon?
Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids they're acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English.
What Don Lemon is saying right now would be considered racist in 2020.
A high school dropout makes on average $19,000 a year.
Wait, a year?
A high school graduate makes $28,000 a year.
Just graduating, you make 33% more per year.
A college graduate makes $51,000 a year.
That stat is less impressive to me. It costs like $50,000 a year for college. A college graduate makes $51,000?
Over the course of a career, a college grad will make nearly $1 million more than a high school graduate. That's a lot of money.
Yes, $1 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to the people of the United States of America. Not so much for Trump. I've got billions, okay?
And number one, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should.
Words you will never hear Don Lemonhead speak again.
Especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers.
Look, can't you see, this is the point. Nothing ever changes. It's always the same. It was 72% in 2013 when Obama was the president.
And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle continues.
Yesterday you saw that Sleep Sofa Joe was the one that put them in prison. And Don Lemon remarked how it's a problem in 2013 when Obama was in office. So what's the problem when Trump wants to fix it? Anybody? Bueller?
Pay attention to and think about what has been presented in recent history as acceptable behavior.
Is rioting in the streets acceptable behavior? It's a good question, Don Lemonhead. What do you think we should do, Don?
Pay close attention to the hip-hop and rap culture that many of you embrace.
I embrace the Sugar Hill Gang. To the hip-hop, to hibbity-hibbity-hibbity, hip-hop, to top-it, don't stop. The boogie-boogie, bang-bang, sugity-bug-bug.
A culture that glorifies everything I just mentioned, thug and reprehensible behavior. A culture that is making a lot of people rich, just not you.
The time CNN spoke the truth. Wow, it's almost surreal, right? It's surreal to see CNN speaking truth. I kind of like it. How do we get them to speak the truth always? So what happened to Don Lemon in 2020?
This is the thing, Don. You know, black people need to hold other black people accountable.
Okay, before we get started, that's what Don Lemonhead was doing in the 2013 clip we started with. Okay, watch.
I said this the same thing. This is the Black America's version of the Me Too movement. If anything is going to change, we ourselves need to look at our own communities and look at each other and say, this thing cannot go down.
I'm sorry, isn't that exactly what Don said?
And this is what I'm saying. It's about who is controlling the narrative. It's got to be all Black Lives Matter.
That sounds right. What does Don have to say?
Here's what I have to say.
All right, Spin Doctor. Let's see what you got here.
The Black Lives Matter movement was started because it was talking about police brutality. If you want an all Black Lives Matter movement that talks about gun violence in communities, including, black communities, then start that movement with that name. But that's not what Black Lives Matter is about.
I'm soured by the hypocrisy. It's like eating a lemon. Oh.
So if you're talking about, if someone started a movement that said, cancer matters, and then someone comes in and said, why aren't you talking about HIV? It's not the same thing. We're talking about cancer.
I think Lemonhead doesn't grasp the concept of apples and oranges. If it's 100 people and you're there for all cancer matters, then it would be somebody who stands up and said, I have prostate cancer. And they would say, sit down, buddy. We just said all cancer matters.
So the Black Lives Matter movement is about police brutality and injustice in that manner, not about what's happening in black neighborhoods. There are people who are working on that issue, and if you want to start that issue, why don't you start it?
We have a hypocrite warning.
It is about police brutality. That should never be accepted. Yeah. I am not saying that that's not it, but there's more there. Okay. And when I look at, if they have more on their agenda, we need to ask them about what else is on that agenda.
Right. Don't you just love how uncomfortable Terry Crews made Don Lemonhead? It was hilarious. You could see he got very uncomfortable when he realized he couldn't control Terry Crews. I wonder, could we get Terry Crews on On the Trump team? We should look into it. Look, I will see you tomorrow on the next Trump show. Have a good night.
Having a dog is throwing me off. Woo! Gotta tell you, how long was I sitting there? How long were you sitting there waiting for me? Whew, this dog is killing me. He's killing me, guys. I want to share something real quick. I don't know how they're going to taste, but I keep trying to see if I can one-up myself and one-up the donuts from Obco. Now, Obco, the one thing I noticed already is I'm not able to get the consistency right. So it's still not crispy like theirs, but I am getting really good at the frosting. I don't know if you can see that. That's strawberry frosting. I'm going to try this real quick with you. Here we go. Yeah, that's fairly good. I just got to figure out how to make the outside crispy. You know what I mean? Because a good donut has a crispy outside and a soft inside. And I know that it's baked, so it's a little different, but it's not bad. That was just today's try. And I made a Chicago pizza today as well for the kids, which was pretty stellar. I'm getting pretty good at making pizzas, making donuts, and that's basically it. Anyway, let's play another random. I'm going to pull another one out of the hat here. I'll pick a shorter one this time. This one, I don't know why I've been hearing that pop lately. I don't know what it is. Can't figure it out. Anyway, episode 9 was the Great Wall of Trump. I'm going to play that for you real quick. I may call this show a little earlier today because I got Max is really being a pain in the neck right now. But let's try episode 9, the Great Wall of Trump. Here we go.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show, the Great Wall of Trump.
Thank you very much for joining me. Episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to get into it today. I've got a lot to share with you. Border wall. Everybody's always saying, Trump, when are you going to build the border wall? We're building the wall. But they gave me such a hard time. Such a hard time.
The President of the United States, having failed to get Mexico to pay for his ineffective, unnecessary border wall.
We'll get back to Schumer and Pelosi after some other clips. I think you guys may like these others, and we'll put it all into perspective. It's Trump Show. I'm just going to show you how other presidents felt about immigration.
The bill before us will certainly do some good.
Well, let's start with that. He says he wants to do some good. Let's see what's next.
It will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders.
Holy cow. Obama wanted to put up a fence. Nobody cares. I want to build a wall stronger. They have a problem with that. We're talking Three Little Pigs, people. He wants to use a fence. I'm talking about a wall that the big bad wolf can't blow down.
The fence is now basically complete.
Wow, Barack, you got 5 years out of that fence. Good job. We had to start building an actual wall because what you did was crap.
Maybe they'll need a moat.
Or maybe they'll need a wall.
Maybe they want alligators in the moat.
Now that one I have to give Barack. That was hilarious. Still, I'll take the wall.
Every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
Bill Clinton says illegal aliens and everybody applauds. and they get behind him. But Trump does, and they call him a xenophobe and a racist.
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers.
You see, they're always with you when they need the vote. But as soon as they get in office, they turn on you. Get used to it, people. It's the way it's always been with the Democrats.
That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more.
Can you believe that?
By deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before.
Maybe I should hire Bill to say his words / my words on the campaign trail.
I voted for a fence. I voted unlike most Democrats, some of you won't like it. I voted for 700-mile fence.
Wait, Sleep Sofa Joe voted for a fence too?
Let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin.
And listening to Sleep Sofa talk about the same issues I have with illegal aliens is just kind of laughable.
It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico.
Joe Biden mentions the drugs. He mentions the illegal aliens coming across the border. And he wants 700 miles of fence. No problem. He's not a xenophobe. He's not a racist. You call Trump whatever you want. That's the problem. You guys just make up your fake news. What do we have next? Anything left?
Former presidents have said to him that they wish that they had built a wall. Do you recall President Obama ever saying that?
Come on. Bumbling Biden. At it again. Look, guys, you can tell it's a double talk situation with Biden. Everybody before me wanted a wall. Remember when Schumer said ineffective wall?
Construction of a 630-mile border fence create a significant barrier to illegal immigration on our southern land border.
So let me get this straight. In 2009, a fence is significant, but in 2020, a wall is ineffective? Really? Everybody before me wanted a wall. Trump gets it done. Trump gets it done. Look, we're winning big league.
Do you hear that puppy upstairs freaking out on me? You know, I'm like two schools of thought. If I go right up there and get him, he's going to be like, look, every time I do the whining, he's going to come. Or I let him realize that, look, I'm coming to get you when I come get you, okay, Pop? So you better shut your mouth. Like, I don't know. You tell me, what am I supposed to do with a puppy? Anybody have an idea? Right now, I'm leaning towards number 2, which is I'm doing my show, okay? How dare you? I'm thinking about going up to the Facebook Zuck show. Or, you know what I'm going to do here? Because I have a dog situation going on right now, I'm going to put on episode 16. Episode 16, if you're not aware, is the Dr. Evil, Dr. Gates episode. So let's get to it.
Hammerl and Jameson introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. Today we're talking about Dr. Evil. That's right, Bill Gates, Fauci. They're all in it together. And I think you'll be surprised when you see Vladimir Putin in the mix. And even George Soros. So we're going to get into it now. Let's take a look at the first piece.
Dr. Evil, are you there?
Well, hi, Bill Gates. How are you?
Do you have a second to talk?
Yep, I'm here in the evil lair right now. I heard about all your work on the vaccines. Quite promising. Hold on. Put you on speakerphone. So tell me, what's the latest, Bill?
Look, we have to get our vaccines in order if we want to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And consequently, I own all of the patents and I have all of the companies that are actually going to provide the vaccines. And Moderna, you may have heard of, that's actually my company. I'm going to be the one who makes all the money at the end. But we have to do it. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to put a lot of more money in my pocket to be the shelf effect, where everybody else dies and I get everything. I'm going to try to take over the world is really the plan here. Look, Bill, that's usually what we do here at Evil Headquarters. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Anyway, how could I help? Well, it looks like I've got everybody lined up and ready for the big reveal. They're all afraid. They're at home quarantined, and they're not sure if it's safe to go outdoors. So they're ready for the takedown. Yeah, I get it. You want to take over the world. People are starting to understand that I have an ulterior motive, and it's financially based, it's population reduction based, and they don't like it. And I just want to try to find out how to do it successfully like you did. I don't have time to give you the ins and outs. Do you have any tips or suggestions that you can give me? Well, Bill, fear seems low. I would release the murder hornets. Well, I really appreciate your advice, Dr. Evil. I know you've gone through this before. I do take over the world at least once a month. I think it's very important that we do this the right way. The right way is the only way. If we do it correctly from the beginning, then I'm going to be the leader of the world. Look, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. What's yours is mine. I'm just going to do it all myself. I already released the murder hornets. Don't open your windows. Frankly, I was shaken by the images. I could not believe it when I had this YouTube video sent to me. These things are going on behind the Trumpers' back. And I don't like it. No. We're going to stop the Dr. Evil. We're going to stop Bill Gates. He's not even a freaking doctor. You know that, right? He's not a doctor. Doesn't even play a doctor on TV. He just pretends. He walks around, puts a stethoscope on, I think, when he's at home. Melinda, look, I've got a stethoscope on. I'm a doctor. No, you're not. You're just a stupid billionaire. Well, look, let's keep going. Let's see what these morons are up to. Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Bill, it's Dr. Evil. Oh, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? I'm doing great, Bill. So glad to get you on the line again. I think it's about time we release our secret weapon. Can you get him on the line? Number 2?
Dr. Evil. Call on the evil monitor.
Dr. Fauci. It's Dr. Evil.
Hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Fauci, we need you to continue pushing the narrative. If we want them to take the vaccine, they need to be scared. So we need the public to believe that they're in danger. And the only one who's in control of that right now is Dr. Fauci.
Well, we have to be very careful. We can't let the president know what we're doing.
Look, we need to continue to push fear. If we want them to take the vaccine, we're going to have to pretend that they need it. So I'm going to get onto every network station, and I'm going to continue to push the narrative. I'm thinking about deploying the murder hornets.
We should probably be searching for a murder hornet vaccine as we speak.
This sounds like a great idea, Dr. Fauci. Get on it, and I'll see you guys soon. Just remember, keep me apprised. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not done.
We're going to have to continue to act stealth with this mission.
One more thing. Don't forget our mantra. We all need vaccines.
That we all need vaccines.
And I will eventually take over the world.
See, this is the agenda of the New World Order, run by Bill Gates, President Xi. They drop a virus, I call it the Wuhan, on the world. They cripple the global economic system. They put everybody in quarantine. They gotta wear a mask. They can't go out without a mask. And everybody's still fine. The death rate's like the frickin' flu, and they say everybody must get a vaccine. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm Donald J. Trump, and I won't be getting a vaccine. You've got an immune system for a reason. You don't need an immunity like a vaccine made by people like Fauci that just are trying to line their pockets with dollar bills, y'all. So take a look at this last clip. Kinda pisses me off. He called me on pocket dial. You'll see, take a look.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Dr. Evil, Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Well, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? So glad to speak to you. I'm just here talking to the press right now. Is there something I could do for you?
Oh, Donald, I'm sorry. This is actually a pocket dial. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
Number 2. That was too freaking close, number 2.
I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Hi, Bill. It's Dr. Evil. How are you? Hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? I'm good, Bill. Are we still on track to take over the world? So Dr. Fauci went on the front lines again today and told people they need to do even more extensive social distancing. They need to stay away from each other more. We have to develop the vaccine before too many people die, and then we won't be able to make all of that money.
And what does Fauci have to say about it?
I'm going to try to get Dr. Fauci on right now. Dr. Fauci, are you there?
Bill, how are you?
It's Bill and Dr. Evil, and he's on the evil monitor with us.
Dr. Evil.
Gentlemen, the fear-mongering's not working. You're going to have to find a different strategy.
I'm getting very nervous about this, Dr. Evil. I think I may back out of this entire thing if we don't bring the vaccine to market next week. I'm out.
Take a breath real quick, Dr. Fauci, because we're almost there. All right, we put all the money out there. We have the patents, and we have everybody at home right now. So all you have to do is continue the narrative.
The president is starting to become suspicious of Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, we really need you to come through for us here.
Look, the president is smarter than he pretends to be.
Fauci, failure is not an option here.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I will not take a fall for 2 megalomaniacs.
Okay. I think I've heard enough. Excuse me. Yes, release the murder hornets. Yes, Bill Gates' house and Dr. Fauci's. That's right. Yep, thank you. Okay, yep, fantastic. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I just can't stand you anymore.
Look, I have to thank MAGA lover QAnon 1984 for sharing these 3 videos with... Oh, wait a second, I'm getting in my ear that we have one more for you. Hold on one moment. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. Vladimir Putin's on the phone.
Dr. Evil, it's Vladimir. I have the news.
Well, it's really good to have you on the line, Vladimir. I'm so glad that our plan is working.
Right now is good mission. Is an American run.
Look, all I want you to know, Vladimir, is that we have to put the pressure on. More cities.
They riot in the street. Good.
Now to part 2, our secret weapon. You know who I'm talking about. Let's get him on the line.
Dr. Evil. George Soros is on the line.
George.
Dr. Evil.
What's the deal?
Can I play too?
What you got going on over there? Give us the scoop.
I want to play.
Let me put you on speaker. Yep, here we go. What do you got, George?
I'll put money in as well, and we could take over the solar system.
We have to find a way to stabilize Donald Trump as well.
Bring Trump Walker to me. I will turn him, or I will destroy him. You know, I have to say, I did not expect to see George Soros turn into Emperor Palpatine. Who knew? Who knew that Emperor Palpatine was really George Soros? Typecast. Typecast, really. I heard he also played Jabba the Hutt. They didn't really even need to use any makeup. Look, the one thing I'll tell you about Donald J. Trump is I keep my friends close, but I keep my enemies closer. I'm gonna call Dr. Evil right now. That's right. We're gonna have a conversation about all of these videos because I don't like when people come after the Trump.
Hold on, people. The phone is ringing. Number 2.
Dr. Evil, there's a call on the evil monitor. It's Donald Trump.
Thank you, number 2. Hi, Donald. It's Dr. Evil. How are you?
Dr. Evil, you're live right now on the Donald Trump show.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me put you on speaker. What can I do for you, Donald?
You're actually the subject of episode 16 of the Trump show, and I just found 4 videos, quite incriminating. And before I send them to the high courts, I just wanted to see if you have anything you'd like to say.
Well, Donald, simply put, I'm freaking Dr. Evil.
Look, Dr. Evil, you know, we've had a pretty good working relationship in the past, but that all comes to an end now. Next time you think you could take advantage of the Trumper, just get ready for a steaming pile of rockets all over your face. I'm gonna drop them all over your evil compound, wherever it is.
I wish you lots of luck on your search, Donald.
We're gonna find you, Dr. Evil. I'm going to find you.
Look, Donald, I really don't care how you feel. Sorry.
Perhaps if I tell you about the newest technology we're going to use to take you out in your compound, would that interest you, Dr. Evil?
No matter what tech you have, Donald, you get... Hello? Donald? Number 2! He hung up again, motherfucker!
That is the bit. If you don't know what I've been doing with Donald Trump since the beginning with Dr. Evil is I always hang up on Dr. Evil. I may be at the end, although it sounds like Max stopped crying. So if you guys want to hear another face swap, I'm happy to play it for you. I was thinking about, like, what is that? I keep hearing that, and it doesn't make any sense. Boom, 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 boom. Shh, I don't know what the hell it is, guys. Listen, we're driving towards the weekend. Sig, how are you, buddy? Sig, I saw your email offline on Twitter. I'll respond to you. And at this point, maybe in the morning, because I've got a couple showings tomorrow lined up early. So I'm going to have to get some rest this evening. And I'll get in touch with Sig. But bottom line, guys, is you may see a new sponsor for the Real Talk program very near future. A Real Talk sponsor. Did you hear that? A product that wants to be on the Real Talk show. We sit here and we'll just tell you about this great product, and you use user code Real Talk or something like that, and you can get the product. And guess what you also do in the same breath? You support this program in a small way, but I don't know, like I said, I'm excited because it's a great product. Can't wait to tell you about it. We're doing a first read probably tomorrow. I'm making this all up in the spot, but yeah, Sig knows what's going on. So we'll chat about this offline, my buddy. And you guys missed it. I played a song at the beginning that was like pretty much fire, and then Max Scott was going crazy up there. I had to stop. I had to put on a couple face swaps. And what I'm thinking about doing is, again, just showing you. You should see, because Sig just found his way in. Anybody else I'm just going to play this one more time for you. Donald, are you there? Donald.
Hi, Mark.
Donald.
How are you?
Doing okay, I guess.
That's good. Yes, I'm just here reviewing my day. I don't know if you saw Sleep Sofa Joe made a decision. Yeah, he chose Kamala, chameleon.
I saw
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, I did.
I'm not surprised, really, Mark, because if you think about it, Joe Biden signed the crime bill in 1993, and then Kamala Harris, she put in a lot of people in jail for petty crimes, like smoking pot.
Yeah.
Look, somebody wants to smoke weed on the corner with Smokey from Friday. That's fine by me. Look, Debo's coming. Be careful. He may steal your bicycle. It could happen. And Red had his bicycle stolen. You may have remembered.
I do.
But Craig's fathers took a poop in the toilet. He said it could be about 45 minutes until it's cleared.
35
I bet you Sleep Sofa Joe falls asleep on the toilet. I wouldn't be surprised. He takes a nap everywhere else. They call him Sleep Sofa Joe because he's a sleep sofa. He's Mr. Napper. He naps everywhere he goes. You know, next time you see Sleep Sofa, ask him a question, like a simple question, and see if he responds. There's a very good chance he's learned the ancient Buddhist method for sleeping with your eyes open. I'm just saying. He's a napper.
Oh,
don't worry. Don't worry about Kamala Toe. Sleep Sofa Joe and Kamala Chameleon is a perfect match. She'll take over. She'll just push him aside. She's like a feeble old man. Look, that's what I'm mostly afraid of, if you think about it. If Kamala Chameleon winds up becoming vice president, she'll just push Joe Biden down the stairs or something and become president. And nobody wants her as president. So we're going to fight extra hard. We're going to win big league. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. Mark, I'm doing a special one. Kamala Chameleon. See you tomorrow, Mark.
I'll see you tomorrow, Donald. That's Donald Trump calling into the Real Talk program. He calls in all the time. But the crazy thing is, he is telling us, he's telegraphing the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. Did you see that? Kamala Chameleon. That's going to be the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. Episode 20. Guys, I put all 19 episodes together of the Donald Trump Show. It's an hour and 51 minutes. That's insane. I want to somehow just make the 20th episode exactly the amount of time to sit that thing in there at 2 hours flat. You know, I do have a prequel episode. That's, you guys may have seen this. This is the prequel. This is the reason why we have a Donald Trump Show. Started with this.
Hammerl and Jameson live from the studio. Donald J. Trump takes Joe Biden down a notch. Look, I've got to tell you, I'm completely in awe. It's like the Twilight Zone we're living in right now. Do you see the Sleep Sofa? I mean, everything he does, I'm just totally blown away by. Did you see this clip? Check this one out. This will blow your mind.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Exactly. I mean, Sleep Sofa Joe talking about his white hair on his legs is kind of weird, right? But no, people love him for it. And how about this one?
You know, the rapidly rising I don't know.
I don't even understand how people could continue to support Joe Biden. He's halfway through the first sentence and he forgets what he's talking about. He's like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just kind of sitting here. Look, we're going to be in trouble if you have Sleep Sofa Joe in as president. Let's check out this final clip.
Unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID.
Can you believe this? Can you believe Sleep Sofa Joe? 120 million? Really, Sleep Sofa? That's probably how many people would have died if Hillary Clinton had won, or if Sleep Sofa Joe was in charge of the country. It's 120,000, which is 120,000 too many. You could thank the G-hole. That's right, President G-hole. It's all his fault. And we're going to get him to pay. Big league, I'm going to send him a bill. And with it will be a huge stamp right across the center that says, "You're a G-hole."
I love that. The stamp right across the middle says, "You're a G-hole. Look, you're a G-hole. I won't let you put your G-hole anywhere near my gold toilet. Your Chinese G-hole, you can't put it near. Plus, you'll probably drop some sort of virus in the toilet. Oh, look, I took a crap in there. I dropped an H1N1. What did you do? Dropped an H1N1 bomb. Oh, thank you. Melania, could you go in there next? Thank you. Look, I don't let Melania poop in my gold toilet because she's Slovenian. Slovenians have they have like an acid in their poops that can literally disintegrate gold. Just disintegrate it in real time. Seen it before. I had a favorite little vase I'd rub, and there was a genie in the bottle. Anyway, guys, I'm really tired. You may be able to tell right now. Got clients on the morning. But what I'm going to do is play you because you have to see that first episode there, which was not an episode, it's just the Biden rip, we call it, which I may actually flip that and call it an episode. I may just call it episode 20, whatever, 21, 22, whatever. Anyway, although it's the prequel, here's the literal first episode of the Donald Trump Show. Here we go. Casey Kasem, it's the Donald Trump Show. Established in 2020. Casey Kasem.
Hammerl and Jameson introducing episode 1 of the Donald J. Trump Show.
Look, I want to thank you for joining me on a brand new episode of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to be here every week delivering truth about the Biden campaign because no one's telling you what's really going on. I'm going to pull back the curtain and you're going to see what Joe Biden is really up to. Here we go.
We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Will somebody please alert Mr. Biden that truth and facts are the same thing? I think he's been watching too much fake news on CNN. Okay, what else do we have from this blubbering train wreck?
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden. Give me a look, though, okay?
Now, first of all, who's the other Biden? Who is the other Biden? I'm wondering, because if it's Hunter Biden, he'll be in jail. But if there's another Biden, perhaps he can actually complete a sentence. That Biden I'd like to hear from. Okay, let's see what else we've got.
Trust.
Like his strange hold on Defense Secretary Ash Carter's wife, Stephanie.
Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing this for years. He's a creeper. And we're going to put a stop to him.
I like the way your hair smells. Let me give you a little kiss here.
And can you believe? Look at how he's touching that little girl. Honestly, I'm a little worried about that little girl. Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing all kinds of racist things for years. I'm just going to show you a few of the clips. Take a look at this one, for example.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Look, I'm surprised you guys are fine with hearing Joe Biden say you need an Indian accent in order to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I've been to Dunkin' Donuts many times. I don't have an Indian accent. But let's continue on. I have a lot more to play for you. Now check out this clip, for example.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Racist Joe strikes again. Poor kids are just as talented and bright as white kids? What does that even mean? This is getting good, guys. What's next?
Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
Really, Joe? That's a good idea. We'll get the record player out. How about we go and actually light a fire and we do smoke signals? How about that? What do we have next from Sleep Sofa Joe?
Think about it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
The question is, do you know the thing, Joe? Do you know the thing, Sleep Sofa Joe? The thing, Joe, is that we are all created equal. That's right. God is the creator of all, not Satan and your adrenochrome. Okay, let's get one more at least. How about one more?
I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Did Sleep Sofa Joe just say he has to go do a poop-a-doop? I think he said it right in front of his crowd. I would never say that right in front of my crowd. If I'm going to take a poop-a-doop, I'm doing it on my own time, not in front of people. I don't know. It's a little weird there. Look, let's give him a chance to redeem himself. One more, okay?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Wow. Really? Look, I'm not sure what else to say after watching that ridiculousness. But that's Sleep Sofa Joe. Are you going to vote for that guy? How about you? Look, if that's the case, this world's crazy.
It's true. The world is crazy right now. If you're going to vote for Sleep Sofa Joe. Anyway, that was the first episode right there. That got us kicking on down the road towards 19 episodes of the Donald Trump Show. I see a few of you on right now. Do you want to see episode 2? I had somebody said, they're like, oh, my favorite. And this was when I was like 6 or 7 episodes in. Someone was like, oh, number 2 is my favorite. There's 19 now. You have to tell me which one you like as your favorite, but I'll be dropping them all as soon as I do number 20, which I'm hoping to have done for tomorrow. Haven't started. I was trying to start it. I'm starting to segment the clips. I just don't have any real good content yet. I'm hearing that weird sound again. Have to figure that out. But let's play you something here. Well, this is episode 2. And then we'll call it a night. Well, maybe after Poison, which is episode 3. I don't know, I start going. They're all kind of, they work out perfect together. Anyway, episode 2. Here we go.
It's Haverl and Jameson introducing Donald Trump for episode 2 of The Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me on episode 2 of the Donald Trump Show. We're going to continue digging deeper into Joe Biden, his mental state, and whether or not he falls asleep on camera. So let's get into it. Here's a couple of clips from earlier today. We're going to get into it now. Here we go.
Campaigning from home about Biden hiding in his cellar. Well, the truth of the matter is over 200 million people have watched me on television. And they've watched, and the more of that,
No, keep going, Joe. You're doing great. Doing fantastic, yes. No, we're really thrilled. I'm sure 200 million people really enjoyed watching the Sleep Sofa. Look, I could take a nap on my own Sleep Sofa. I don't need to watch you while I do it, unless they were trying to fall asleep quicker. Maybe instead of reading, they said, well, if I watch Biden, I could fall right to sleep. Okay, let's see what's next.
I've been down to Virginia. I've been around the country, but I do it responsibly and I don't hold rallies because it is the reason why we're in such trouble by not listening to the experts and the scientists about social distancing and wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house.
Wait, let me get this straight. So the scientists and doctors tell us to wear masks, but the moment you leave the house, you don't wear your mask? Sleep Sofa, I'm pulling a little fake news on you right now. Just check the real footage.
And wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house. I never fail to do.
See? And Trump will play it for you because I think you still look like an idiot. Okay, what else we got?
That's who we are. That's how my great-great-grandfather, 4 greats back got here. He got in a coffin ship on the Irish Sea, never knowing whether he was going to make it, and he made it to the United States of America in 1848. when the British were anyway.
The British were coming. Look, it's like Paul Revere. No, finish it up, Joe. What were you saying? When the British were coming? Is that your grandfather was part of the crew? Is your grandfather a redcoat? What are we talking about here? I'm trying to figure out what the hell Joe is talking about. My grandfather, and when the British, he said, and then he stopped himself. I think he was about to say when the British were coming. Anyway, look, as long as Joe continues to stay in his basement and he won't debate me, I'm going to have the Trump show continue. So till tomorrow, have a good night.
So I thought what I'll do, just to end this off, because Sig says he likes Poloisen. Those are his favorite. So I'm going to play you both Poloisen clips, okay? This is the very first, which is episode 3. And then you have to move all the way to episode 14 to see the second. But here is Nancy Pelosi. Don't drink the Poloisen.
It's Hammerl and Jameson, Donald J. Trump back with episode 3 of The Trump Show.
I want to thank you for joining me on episode 3 of the Donald J. Trump Show. Today, we talk about Poloisen. That's right, don't drink the poison. It's going to kill many people more than coronavirus. Yeah, Poloisen. That's right, Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, I'm sorry, some people don't know that we do call her Poloisen. Let's take a look at this clip here. I want you to hear what she has to say.
You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear.
Let's be honest, Nancy, you know nothing about politics. And wrap-up smear? Really? That's what you've been doing to me? Sounds like something you got from your OBGYN. But whatever.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it.
I'm sorry, Nancy, can you say that one more time? What was that?
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it.
Look, she's creating fake news. She told the reporters, you create a story. Let's get back to this clip.
And then you write it.
Can you freaking believe this?
And if they see it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear.
You write the story after we report the falsehoods, and it becomes a validated story by the news, by you, the fake news garbage.
It's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report.
Also, when she says merchandising it, who is she, Mel Brooks from Spaceballs? Spaceballs the flamethrower. Yeah, okay, Poloisen, whatever.
Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. It's a tactic. And it's self-evident.
You see there, she says it's self-evident because we've been doing it to Trump since he came down the escalator. Well, I have to tell you that I'm happy that I found out about this Poloisen. Now I can put all of my efforts towards taking you down to Chinatown. That's right. We will drain Poloisen and Schumer from the swamp. Look, we're going to drain them from the swamp. We have to do it before it's too late. So this will be the final episode of the evening. It's episode 14, which is don't ever eat anything or drink anything that Nancy Poloisen gives you. Here we go.
It's Hammerl and Jameson live from the studio, but we're going to take this to Donald Trump for episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show.
Welcome and thank you for joining me on episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show. Tonight we're talking about Poloisen again. That's right. Don't drink the poison. Also, don't eat any food prepared by Poloisen. Everything she touches turns to poison. Anyway, I've got some amazing clips for you today of Poloisen. We're going to see her in action again. She's a terrible human being. Take a look at this one, for example.
Do you think that it is time for Vice President Biden to address this head-on himself?
Now, before we get started, you remember how they treated Trump, right? You remember how they treated Kavanaugh when he was trying to be nominated? They stepped all over the man's life, his dignity, his integrity. But this Peloisen's talking about Sleeps Over Joe like he's walks on water, really. Take a listen.
Well, I have great sympathy for any women who bring forth an allegation. I'm a big, strong supporter of the Me Too movement. I think it's been made a great contribution to our country.
Oh, well, this is great. So we should have a really great endorsement by Nancy Pelosi to support this Tara Reid with her allegations. Let's hear what Pelosi has to say.
And I do support Joe Biden. I'm satisfied with how he has responded. I know him. I was proud to endorse him on Monday.
So let me get this straight. The reporter asks you what you think about Sleep Sofa Joe being accused of rape, sexual abuse, and you're satisfied? What? This is not right, Nancy, no.
Very proud to endorse him.
Whoa, look, everybody, it's Proud Pelosi.
And so I'm satisfied with that.
So let me get this straight, Nancy. Because you put your 37 pounds behind Sleep Sofa Joe, you now no longer believe anybody who accuses Sleep Sofa of wrongdoings because you threw your weight behind Sleep Sofa Joe. I just want to make sure that people know what you stand for. 30, maybe 36 pounds, I don't know.
I mean, he hasn't, to be clear, he hasn't addressed it. His campaign has addressed it, but he has not directly addressed it. Should he directly, publicly address it?
Did you see? She looks like a deer in headlights. Okay, you guys ready for your first spin class with Nancy Pelosi? I hope you brought your mats. Lay them out. Here we go.
You know, it's a matter that he has to deal with, but I am impressed with the people who worked for him at the time saying they absolutely never heard one iota of information about this. Nobody ever brought forth a claim or had anybody else tell them about such a claim.
Oh, that's great, Nancy. Thank goodness that the people that work for Sleep Sofa Joe said they've never heard an iota. Any inkling, you say, of anything that Joe, Sleep Sofa, bumbling Biden ever did wrong.
But again, we have an important election at hand.
And there it is. The true colors come out from Pelosi. They don't care what Biden has done wrong. They just want to beat Trumper that bad. Rape, smelling little girls' hair, stealing speeches, whatever. Oh, fake civil rights guy, too, forgot. They'll say whatever they can to undercut the Trump.
One that is, I think, one of the most important ones that we've had. We say that every election, but I think this one is the most crucial.
So crucial that you'll forget about your support for the Me Too movement. You really are Pelosi, Nancy. You know that, right?
And I supported him because he's a person of great values, integrity, authenticity.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing here right now. She said values, integrity, and authenticity. Are you sure you're speaking about Sleep Sofa Joe?
Imagination.
There you go again, Pelosi. Imagination? You're kidding, right? This is Sleep Sofa Joe. He's been in office for 44 years and done absolutely nothing. He can imagine what it would be like to actually accomplish something, I guess.
And a connection to the American people.
You must be kidding, Nancy, right? Sleep Sofa Joe is currently looking for a connection to reality.
He understands the kitchen table issues of America's working families.
Okay, 1 out of 2. He probably knows what a kitchen table is. I'll give him that much.
He's the personification of hope.
Joe Biden is the personification of dope.
And optimism for our country, and I was proud to endorse him. And America needs a person like Joe Biden with his integrity.
Remember that this entire interview took place because Joe Biden was accused of raping a woman. And she's standing by his integrity.
His integrity and his vision for the future.
I'm very confused by this one. Looking into the future, vision. Sleep Sofa Joe has a hard enough time looking into the next hour. Never mind days, weeks, and years ahead. This is not a condition that gets better. It only gets worse. Look, I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show. Poison Part 2. You know, she's basically the Crypt Keeper, right? I keep wondering if they're going to do Tales from the Crypt 2. I have the perfect typecast character for you. Her name is Nancy Pelosi. We call her Poison. And I'm sure you can find her online under The Devil's Best Friend. I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show.
So, guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Subscribe, ding the bell on YouTube. Spread the word. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully a little earlier than tonight, for the next episode of Mark Pyers Real Talk and the Donald Trump Show. Lots of stuff happening tomorrow, hopefully. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk. See you, Sig. See you, Dag. See everybody else. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.